We have reached the great crossroads. Humanity is awakening. And all of you that have played your part in standing up to the censors, standing up to the bullies, and spreading the word are at the heart of this new renaissance. That's why, for myself and the entire InfoWars crew, I want to salute you all for what you've done in the information war and what you've also done on the streets peacefully. And why I'm asking you now more than ever to redouble your efforts, because victory is within sight.
As you were saying, David, the Democrats have to make up a new angle, a new story, it seems like every week, every month, to try to continue this narrative that Russia is meddling, that Trump is colluding with Russia. And the reason why they have to keep doing that is because it keeps falling on deaf ears. It keeps lacking the ability to hold water. And it's amazing because there's only one story that we've stuck to, David. We've stuck to the same story. That's Bill Clinton getting paid $500,000 for a speech yeah. and Hillary Clinton making a deal with Uranium One for, what was it, 20% of our uranium? Yeah, that's right. So we've stuck to that story for years. That's not a new thing that we've been claiming. That's a story we've been reporting on for years. That's the same story that we're going to report on today because it holds water. But here's the thing, though. I don't think the Democrats have anything else. I think that this is it. They've spent their wad. They've played every hand. The Don Jr. Meeting didn't take how they thought it would take. And
well, they drug that out every day. They said, oh, wait a minute. I think we decided that there's somebody else that was at that meeting. But I think the key thing that we look at is when we look at this Bill Clinton meeting is we see that there's a couple of things going on. Number one, it's interesting to see all of the elements that they're complaining about Donald Trump Jr. in. All these elements are present in the Bill Clinton story. The same lawyer from Russia, the Magnitsky Act and the lobbying and so forth, and except that there's something else going on here. A $500,000 payoff and actually doing something about it. When they were approached, when Don Trump Jr. was approached, he said, no thanks, and they walked off. Not the Clintons. The Clintons took the cash. The Clintons performed for them, but they don't care about that. Let's play this clip we've got from Fox News that Bill Clinton made $500,000 for a speech in Russia, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
All right, as the media continues to attack the president's son and his meetings with the Russian attorney, a leaked email from Hillary Clinton's campaign may bear new significance in exposing potential Russian ties to Democrats. The email sent by a Clinton spokesperson says this: with the help of the research team, we killed a Bloomberg story trying to link HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton's opposition to the Magnitsky bill, to a $500,000 speech that Bill Clinton gave in Moscow. Here to react, Judicial Watch's Tom Fitton. Tom, now we all know the Magnitsky bill. What's the significance of this story being killed by Bloomberg?
Well, that Bloomberg story, the day of that email, is shortly after the New York Times piece exposing the connections between all this Russia-connected money, $145 million generally, $500,000 specifically to Bill Clinton from a Russian-connected firm that was pushing Uranium One. And evidently someone in the media not only connected it to Uranium One, but saw other Russian interests being advanced by Mrs. Clinton, such as this really hardcore opposition to any new sanctions against Russia over its alleged murder of a human rights-related lawyer.
So that's the key thing, is that they actually did this stuff, and then they project it. They try to hang it on Trump. They accuse him of doing what they actually did, even though Donald Trump Jr. did not do that. And I just want to repeat what he said there. He said, with the help of a research team, we killed a Bloomberg story trying to link HRC's opposition to the Magnitsky bill, a $500,000 speech that William Jefferson Clinton gave in Moscow. That's coming from one of the WikiLeaks. That was from Jesse Lerich on the Rapid Response Communications team for Hillary for America. So they're bragging about the fact that they were able to kill a Bloomberg story that exposed this pay-for-play that the Clintons were involved in. And then they turn around and they create a story and put it on. They bury the story with the help of the mainstream media. And then the mainstream media comes back and fabricates the bones of that story and puts it onto the Trump administration. Amazing, isn't it? What you can do when you've got the government colluding, the press colluding with the Clintons. They can do all kinds of stuff, can't they?
Yeah, and what you really have here is the Clintons, the Democrats colluding with media. I mean, that's the real collusion.
Yeah.
But when we cover all of this stuff, David, I mean, this is not new to us. Most of our audience probably knows this already, except for maybe perhaps new listeners. So the question that I have when we cover this stuff, will this wake people up? Will people see the clear double standard in mainstream media coverage of this, where they say, Trump, Russia, Trump, Russia, Trump, Russia, but then completely ignore the Clinton-Russia connection, which is so far and beyond any Trump-Russia collusion, it's not even funny. And again, the irony to me is how they want to continue to build up this Don Jr. meeting. They want to continue to try to force that up as something. Meanwhile, Trump literally just met with Putin. Okay, I mean, literally, the president of the United States met with the president of Russia, but it's regular. That's how it works. This is politics. This is geopolitical speaking, and they don't report on that. Just go back to Don Jr.
And we're going to talk about this fake secret meeting that happened with all the leaders of the G20 in the same room. We're going to talk about the details of that when we come back.
This just in, David Knight, Noah, and Schroyer have a secret meeting on air at InfoWars right now.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.